Alrighty, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Another quick briefing here. I'm Ryan, Michigan Storm Chasers, and we have lake effect snow to talk about. We just released our updated forecast. We're gonna go over everything that we. If you caught last night's stream, we'll go over everything we did last night again today, and then take some questions here. If my chat will work, which right now it is not for some reason, software is messed up still, so I apologize for that. Go ahead and dive right on in for those of you who can be watching on replays. Let's not waste some time here. First and foremost, lake effect snow is expected today. On the model here, we're going to look at our forecasted precipitation here. So lake effect banding will take shape in southwest Michigan, but it is already ongoing across northern lower. We're going to see a pretty potent band up there take shape here, that dark blue area from about Marquette all the way down here toward the Gaylord area. Southwest Michigan gets in on the action as well. This is going to ramp up this afternoon in intensity and continue into the overnight hours into Tuesday morning. All this snow will continue for our lake effect belts through the day on Monday, all the way into Monday evening. One thing I want to point out, though, notice how this banding here is more so oriented northwest to southeast, but that changes as we get later on tonight. It changes from north to south. What that's going to do is going to allow our lakeshore counties, perhaps, to accumulate some more snow than what they have in the past. What that also will do is shift the highest totals further to the west. So places like Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Coldwater may not get too much in the way of accumulation after these winds shift from northwest to more northerly. So keep an eye on that as well. Let's keep an eye on how these bands take shape and when they shift and how often they fluctuate. Going into the afternoon on Monday, these bands continue. And then this overall scattered lake effect snow will continue on Monday. It should taper off by the time Monday evening rolls around. But notice we're coming close here in West Michigan to some of these bands staying offshore. There's going to be a very fine line. They're going to ride that lakeshore area. We'll keep an eye on those. But if it shifts a little bit further to the east, there we could definitely see additional accumulation there across our southwest lakeshore. But if you notice up here in the UP, lake effect bands will continue pretty much the entire time here, as well as northern lower. As a result, snow accumulations here on our latest forecast was just posted to our Facebook page, but you guys can get to see it here as well. We're going 9 to 14 in pink zones with the expectation of locally higher amounts possible, especially in northern Michigan. We still could see a few higher totals down there in the not Battle Creek, but in the southwest area pink zone. We mainly put the yellow hatch down there just to account for uncertainty as to when our winds are going to shift and if they're going to stay shifted and how our lake effect bands are going to continue. If they stay more so west to east oriented, we could definitely see some overachievement down there toward Jackson and Hillsdale. But I do think the 9 to 14 bullseye there in Southwest Michigan is a good expectation there as we move toward the Monday evening time frame. Now, going further north here along the West Michigan Lakeshore up toward Ludington, Grand Rapids, Muskegon County areas, it's going to really depend on how those lake effect bands act. So we're going with a general 1 to 4 there in Muskegon County, but further north, we could definitely see a couple we're going to say a higher chance of accumulation further north towards Ludington, Manistee areas. We went 5 to 9 up there. But again, all those areas could locally overachieve if those lake effect bands can stay north to south oriented instead of, we're going to say, northwest to southeast, if that makes sense. Going further north, western UP will be in the 5 to 9, not too much up there. Central UP 1 to 4 from Marquette down to Menominee. Over further east, 9 to 14 plus inches up there toward the Newberry area. Further east towards Sault Ste. Marie, current models suggest winds are going to stay shifted out of the north. So we went to trace to 1 over there just to account for models not showing much in the way of accumulation. But a simple wind shift could give us higher amounts over there near Sault Ste. Marie. So we'll keep an eye on that. But right now, we're going to have you in that low end zone. And then over into Thumb, Michigan, the Huron County area, we could definitely see some accumulation for Huron, perhaps Sanilac counties. Again, really dependent on these winds shifting throughout the time frame here. Taking this off and going back here for you guys, just to get an idea of how these lake effect snow bands fluctuate. They begin oriented, just to kind of explain this a bit better, they begin oriented northwest to southeast. But as we get later on in the evening tonight, they more so shift from north to south. Notice how that kind of happened? So what that's going to do, like I said, the first part of the video, If they shift to the north, we could see lake effect snow more so along our lakeshore counties, but a further northwest to southeast orient would kind of push those bands further inland. So we're going to keep an eye on that when they shift, how often they shift, and how long they stay shifted will be an important factor for this forecast. Okay. When all is said and done, models are going to show the highest accumulation. 1 second here. Highest accumulation throughout the afternoon and evening tonight, overnight tonight as well. My stream software just for some reason crashed. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, if you guys can still hear me, latest accumulations or highest accumulations between the afternoon tonight into the evening. And then that should taper off by the time tomorrow evening, Monday evening rolls around. So looking at the model here, looking at the accumulation, starting at right now, UP begins the day here with snow. Northern lower starts accumulating. Southwest lower starts accumulating by around noon to 1 o'clock today. That'll pick up intensity through the afternoon. We reach 8 o'clock tonight. We have a couple inches in Southwest Michigan, about 4 or 5 up there in northern lower, and also up in the UP, getting close to 6+ inches. We get overnight tonight. That continues to build into tomorrow morning, keeps on accumulating, and as such, we get our forecasted zones, mainly 3 zones here of higher accumulation: eastern UP, northwestern lower, southwestern lower. All right, any questions, guys? I do not. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but my internet just completely went down. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Um, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm getting a lot of bugginess on my end. So I'm on my phone right now, just kind of talking to you guys. But appreciate you guys watching. We'll go ahead and end the stream here. I apologize for this. I'll try and get this figured out. So thank you guys for watching. And if you're watching on replay, just go ahead and go back to the first couple minutes. I do explain most of everything they need to in detail. I was going to ask some questions, but I don't have anything pulled up to show you guys. So anyway, appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys perhaps later for another briefing if we can manage our internet to get up and working again. Stay safe, guys.